Greetings, Mindcrafters, and welcome to another exciting Mindcraft discussion on this glorious late afternoon. This is not actually a time I usually film, but I am today, so there you go, just feeling it, totally feeling it. And anyway, so I just, this is the Zen Den. I've been down here before filming. Our youngest daughter, Delaney, just had a wave of creativity, a wave of interior decorating, and turn this what used to be a whole different space into this very feng shuied, semi-Spartan Zen Den, and I love it. I love to come down here. I actually love to come down here when it's a little warmer, because the downstairs house is kind of cold, but it keeps me awake, keeps the germs out, so there you go. So today what I really wanted to talk about was focusing on the solution rather than the problem. So often, we're presented with a problem, we just dig our claws in, we're like, just, oh no, I have this problem, and we just, dig our claws in and magnify it and just, grab on and grapple with it, when in reality what's happening is life is presenting us with contrast, and once we sort of get that, because that's going to continue to happen, so it's kind of better to, accept it, because without contrast, there is no personal growth, right? Without no personal growth, there is also no happiness. So once we sort of land in this acceptance point, and actually I was just talking with my Mindcrafters yesterday, is a little bit different context, but not that much, about acceptance being the key to most problems. And I know that the 12-step programs say that, and they have a lot of really good, I think they have a lot of really good one-liners to live by. They have a lot of good stuff, period. But because it really is, once we sort of, kind of accept whatever the situation is. In fact, Jon Kabat-Zinn himself, one of the probably the main mindfulness guru, at least in my world, he defined stress that way, right? He said stress is wanting the present moment to be something other than it is. Makes great sense, doesn't it? Even if it's something we really don't want, it's the flu, we wanted to go to the thing, the social thing, and we can't. Once we sort of accept that didn't happen, not that it doesn't still suck, of course it does, but we get this kind of peaceful wave that sort of happens. Okay, so anyway, so once we come to this, the very simple fact that life happens for us and not to us. Once we really get that, I mean get it, not just say it and say it to other people, but actually internalize that this is all happening for us. Good, bad, or anywhere in the middle, it's happening for us, not to us. Really helps, I think, because once we get that contrast is part of life, and personal growth comes from contrast, and without personal growth, there is no happiness. They're consecutive, right? And we want to be happy. It all kind of makes sense. And also, life is kind of like a lasagna noodle, right? There's the valleys that aren't so fun, and it's a tough sell to try to, maybe, wrap our heads around some of what we're saying when we're in it, when we're in the mud. And then we're up here, maybe there's all kinds of great events in the family. There are weddings and babies being born, and maybe it's teenagers getting awards. Maybe it's who knows what. We got to travel. We landed a good job. We're so proud of our kid who just won the spelling bee. Who knows? All this good stuff, right? Maybe really good news. Medically, you went in because you thought something was something. Turns out you get the phone call, hey, you're in the clear. Like, yay. We celebrate all those things. And then when we're down here, it kind of gives us a look from towards the top, right? I mean, it's just how it is. So once we land in the acceptance area that this is contrast and life is happening for us, not to us, we stop creating this wall of resistance, like, no, not me, why did this happen to me, kind of thing. That stops. When we stop creating resistance, we open up space. We open up wonderful space where we can then shift out of that place into focusing on the solution. We leave all that behind, because what we focus on, or as I was about to say, and will say, where the focus goes, the energy flows. So if we're focused on the problems, we're going to attract more of that. We've talked about it in previous videos. When we focus on anything scarcity mindset, not having enough money, which is the most common one probably, not enough love, not enough confidence, not enough self-esteem, we attract more and more and more of that to us. So now, by letting go of that, accepting the contrast, kind of doing the best we can with it, rolling with it. Then we're out of that resistance place and we're into the focusing on the solution place. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude being thrown at any little breadcrumb the universe chooses to give us, because we're kind of like little breadcrumbs showing us the way, right? Gratitude, gratitude just being spewed all over it. Then we attract with the solution. It's just like at the beach when you dig a hole and then the water comes in. It just fills up with whatever it is that we need. And when we focus on the gratitude piece, more abundance follows, more abundance follows, more abundance follows. So where the focus goes, the energy flows. We want to shift into focusing on the solution. And here's another plain and simple truth. The only people without, the only people without problems are dead.